Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. Okay, this is take 2. I've just done like a 20-minute reading, but it wasn't flowing, guys. I know the story. If it comes out, it will come out, but I'm going to do a Celtic cross. We've got the Tarot Mucha. The story just wasn't flowing right. Okay, this is a bit of a different story. Okay, we're going to talk about this today now. We've got the heartache. Yeah, the Three of Swords. This is what we're talking about. Why do we want to... Okay, we want to turn that over, maybe. Maybe we want to deal with the heartache now. What's the challenge? We're getting over this... this aching heart. Okay, well, it's the Four of Wands, which is the connection between the Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine. Time for a celebration. What's happened in the past? The Divine Feminine. We'll work out a bit more. Current energy is the Wild card. I feel the Divine Feminine... Okay, we'll have a look, but I do feel as if she is over this heartache now. This heartbreak, or it's the last remnants. It's like she's crying the last of it out. I feel like she looks relieved in the current energy, as if like it's kind of gone. Let's look into the future. That last reading I done was all about the masculine. Okay. In the future, we've got the Queen of Pentacles. In the past, the Divine Feminine, it talks of marriage, but in the past energy, you're the Divine Feminine in the Nine of Pentacles, single, independent. And then in the future energy, you're the Queen of Pentacles, meaning there's been a commitment that's been made between that and that. Once we're over the heartache. And it's like you come out from under the covers. Someone says hi. Okay. Looks very like a masculine's hand though. What's going on behind the scenes that we're not aware of? That Divine's got its hands on. I feel like the masculine's actually talking to children. Regarding the Divine Feminine, if the masculine has children, he's thinking about remarrying, he's going to have to talk to the children about that, isn't he? Is he talking to the children before he proposes to the Divine Feminine? That's memories of love. Returning to someone from the past. He could be telling past stories here, so he could be actually talking about the Divine Feminine. I'm not sure the Divine Masculine's talking about how he broke the Divine Feminine's heart, though. I feel like that might be covered up. Let's have a look at how you're feeling about this situation. The Hermit with the Divine Feminine, she kind of is keeping her star safe. So it's like the Divine Feminine's like, well, I don't know about this. I don't know that I'm getting married. And it feels like the Divine Masculine's talking about that to other people before the Divine Feminine. So, or the Divine Feminine's got to keep it a secret. But I feel as if it's the Hermit energy. How can you go from the Nine of Pentacles to the Queen of Pentacles? And we've got the World card. Is the current energy now, so the Divine Feminine, I don't know if she looks flustered or whether she's relieved, but she's within the World card here, and it's like everything's going on around her. How is this affecting other people, this energy? It's interesting because I want to kind of say, how is this affecting other people? I actually feel like, how is this affecting you, Divine Feminine? Well, it does really kind of look as if like you're not even sure what's going on. it feels like here, as far as you're aware, there's just this emotional loss here. We're just looking at the emotional loss and not the Two of Cups. Okay, let's look what's going on in the hopes or fears section. The universe is, I don't know, there's been an explosion somewhere. Passion is like broken through. Sort of, I don't know, they're listening to his stories, I believe. Or he's trying to get them to listen. So the masculine here is definitely coming down to the children's level. This is like the card of I've had a great idea. I've had an epiphany. Let's talk about our future and how much fun and passion's going to be in that future. Talk about fairy tales and unicorns and rainbows. And castles and palaces and, I don't know, kings and queens. Knights in shining armours. The divine masculine, it feels here, is spinning a fairy tale. I can hear an alarm. I think it's one of the kids' alarms. So alarm bells going off for the children. Maybe they're asking questions. He's got to kind of come down to their level. It is a fairy tale. It's like maybe he's been talking to the fairies. It's like I feel like the divine feminine is not aware. Okay, let's have a look at the outcome. A leap of faith. The Fool here taking a leap of faith. A new adventurous beginning. I can't really make sense. Maybe that's why it was scrapped before. I can kind of give you a little bit of an idea. It was like the divine masculine was really trying to scrape band all the money, transfer money from bank account to bank account to be able to provide for the divine feminine. It's like he didn't feel worthy enough if he didn't have the money. And the divine feminine was like, kind of, you mean the world to me and that's enough. I don't need the money and the prosperity. And then it's totally changed the story. As in now the divine feminine's like become the wife. Okay. What's the bottom of the deck? It was kind of like by watching this, you're like, Lord, give me strength. Seriously. It's like the divine feminine's here, like all on her own, and she's been through all these challenging times, and there's this story that's been spun behind her, this fairy tale. The divine masculine did need to work on his power of manifestation. Rather than chasing money, he needed to tap into manifesting abundance. And that was by giving thanks and appreciation for what you have today and now, and setting your sights higher and dreaming. It looks like he could be dreaming a dream with his children. Dream. Dream, dream, dream. I'm going to use the Rider-Waite. Well, children are not silly, are they? Here's a masculine here with two children here in this boat. Taking them to, I feel like, the divine feminine. Well, he's talking about the divine feminine here. The only cards that really don't make sense, well, a few of them actually. We're talking about this Three of Cups. Three of Cups, it's not. That's time for a celebration, okay? I always say Three of Cups because I see the heart. It's not, it's Three of Swords. But it should be a time for celebration. So it's turning this sorrow into joy. Because we've got the connection underneath. We've got a noisy maintenance guy outside. See, he's getting ready. It does feel like all the little final touches are coming in together to bring this connection together now. It's like the finer details. Yesterday, the divine masculine had details. So there is a lot. You make the decision and then you have to have a look at how you incorporate your life, especially if you're planning on incorporating it with another's life. And if they're two established kind of world lives, that is going to take some planning and prepping to get others ready for change here. So let's look at the Three of Swords. Hello, Mr. Birdie. Some pain is so piercing that it seems as if one's heart has been torn out. Such suffering can only be moved through, not avoided or denied. Whatever others may say about the need for grieving and its appropriate end, only the heart can know when it is time to pull the swords free and begin again. Let the tears fall as they will, and give sorrow its due. Think carefully before you assign blame. It is unlikely that you are thinking clearly. Key ideas: heartbreak, grief, the need for a period of consolation and peace, and emotional unbalance. I do wonder whether the children have picked up on the divine masculine's unbalancedness, because he feels like maybe he's torn his heart out. His heart's been torn out. And I'm wondering if the children are encouraging him, like it's time to move on. Like, not from the divine feminine, but just from this sorrow. It's time for you to be happy. I know definitely my children, like, they just want me to be happy. They don't understand, you know, that... but they don't really quite understand what has gone on. No one can really understand. They're your feelings and emotions. But there is this point when your children kind of like, they just want you to be happy. So let's have a look and see, was there anything more with this? So let's have a look. We spoke during the week, didn't we, about people saying, you know, you'll find someone else, and my children were saying, you know, there is someone out there for you that, you know, will love and cherish you, and you can do the same for them. But they really do want that, but they can't make that happen for you, can they? So now we've got the Three of Cups just looking at this emotional turmoil here, and the Two of Cups are behind. But I did pick up that the divine masculine hadn't really said that he had, like, broken somebody's heart. Let's look at this connection, because this is a block. Actually allowing yourself to be happy. It takes a while, guys. I did turn down the pages, but I'm trying to find the Four of Wands. That's not it. That's the Pentacles. Okay, here we are. Three maidens prepare for a festival to mark a time of great joy. Such celebrations are vital to the human spirit, for they affirm that life is more than just day-to-day routine. When an achievement has been accomplished, a rite of passage is attained. I've got no window to close, guys. It's not open. Sorry about that. Maintenance work, getting ready. Cool. Especially if you want to bring someone round and introduce them to, like, your children, and, you know, you both got to kind of do that. You've got to be ready. Ready for visitors. When an achievement has been accomplished, a rite of passage is attained, or peace and harmony return. After a time of trouble, we pause to celebrate. It is important to create rituals that symbolise significant events. Something or someone is worthy of such a celebration now. Someone or something is worthy of such a celebration now. You just don't know who it is. It's like this is all going on behind the scenes. I feel like it won't be such a shock to the system then. If the Divine Masculine's telling people before he's actually like told the Divine Feminine, oh, he's courageous, he's sure. He's going after it then. I feel like he's not fearing rejection. If he really is speaking out now, he's going for it. You want to take this bottom one? Let's do it. He's in love. Divine Masculine is in love, or he needs to allow this love to flow. Okay, let's look at the past energy then, because we have the Divine Feminine. She's single because she's in the Nine of Pentacles. A wise and beautiful lady has created a garden sanctuary for herself, in which she may contemplate the riches of her inner life. Here in her secret bower, she is tranquil and secure with no fear of disturbance. She is content to dwell in solitude with only her falcon as companion, for she is at peace with herself. It has been a hard-won peace, with sacrifices and losses along the way, which makes it all the sweeter now. She chooses independence as her reward for a life lived to the full. Key ideas: solitary contentment, sacrificing companionship for peace, quiet, well-being and security. So the Divine Masculine knows. He had that come through yesterday about like the Divine Feminine is just working on her future, okay? She's resting, she's very peaceful, and she's enjoying this time of reflection and finding herself, I want to say. She's chosen that over companionship, and it's like, I don't think that's for long, Divine Feminine. I don't know what the Divine Masculine has up his sleeve. He's got something up his sleeve. But he needs to talk to a few people first. It's okay, he's being guided to do this. So this is the past energy for the Divine Feminine, it seems. Yeah, he's been watching the Divine Feminine. Okay, so with the King of Wands here, it's like he wants her. He's going to make his claim. But it seems like he's telling, especially the children. I'm not sure if he's telling anyone else. I'm not sure anyone else really matters. It means anything to anyone else. Because in the background, there's all these grey kind of, I don't know, it's like an army. So the current energy is the World card. And I kind of said, I don't know what's going on around the Divine Feminine. But it's the end of the Tower. It's the end of this, it's completion. End of this cycle. Each of us comes into this incarnation naked and pure. The essence of our unsullied soul, ready for the next adventure in our evolutional cycle. So it feels like the Divine Feminine's been cleansed. She's ready to go again. The oval reef delineates a portal in time and space. The great cosmic egg from which the world itself was born. The angel, eagle, lion and bull are the four fixed astrological signs. Aquarius, the element of air. Scorpio, the element of water. Leo, the element of fire, and Taurus, the element of earth. When all the elements are in perfect and harmonious agreement, a cycle is finished, and the new cycle begins. You are at such a time now. What has been undertaken is complete. It may or may not have concluded in the way you wished, but it is done. Drop the final veil and step through into the new life that awaits you. Key ideas: completion, perfection of the whole, the balance of the elements, a triumphant emergence from limbo. Okay. Let's see. This is the current energy. Let me see it. The Empress, Divine Feminine. Sitting there all looking sweet and pretty. She's not aware of this. She will be aware of it. But some others have got to be aware of the Divine Masculine's intentions first. Okay. Well, let's look into the future then. Queen of Pentacles. Definitely comes in well with the Empress card. And the Divine Feminine's Nine of Pentacles card. The Hermit, seeing as it looks like a feminine on here, all comes in perfect with it being the Divine Feminine. Okay, let's have a look. It's like she's the Divine Mother. I feel like the masculine's getting the kids excited about meeting her. He's kind of saying you're going to love her. So whether they're uncertain, it's like you're going to love her. And her family, and her home, and her environment. The Queen of Discs. The Queen of Discs is the practical mother who knows best. She offers her advice freely and is always worth taking. She has wisdom that can find solutions to problems that may seem insurmountable to others. Her sceptre bears the horns of Taurus, the sign of earthly perseverance. Once her mind is set on a goal, she will not stop until it is achieved. Her self-confidence ensures her success. If this card does not represent a person, it may indicate great progress on a project, increased material wealth and improved health. So interesting. I've got my Taurus cup today. Okay, but what's more interesting about it is once her mind is set on a goal, she will not stop until it is achieved. So the Divine Masculine knows that the Divine Feminine adores him. Okay, it was just him waking up to the realisation that he adored the Divine Feminine also. So now I feel like there's this energy of wanting to actually be together and express that. He doesn't have doubts that the Divine Feminine's changed her mind. And that's why he's talking to other people before actually, like, sealing the deal. The key ideas are mother love, protectiveness, a forceful will, taking pleasure in the earthly senses. Okay. Like I said, the Divine Masculine, he's planning it. He's talking to people about this. He's like making this happen. Now, the card before, it said about stepping through the veil. And he's right there like he's tapping on it. Doesn't look like a wall. It does look like a veil that's there. And it's like he's chipping away at it. This is the current, well, that's the current now energy with the feminine now. He's getting closer and closer. Finer details. He's not sitting on the bench. He's bloody standing up now to get a higher vibe feeling from this. He wants to learn. He's doing it. He's doing it. It's kind of, I don't want to say he's doing what he's told, but he's telling people what he's going to do. It's like he's telling what he's been told. It's definitely speaking. Something about the Divine Feminine, what she's told him or what he's been told by Spirit about her. But he's daring and courageous. So this behind the scenes with the children here. I feel like maybe he tells them first, or whether or not he's seeking advice before telling the children. He might have told the children first, and then I feel like if anyone else says, you know, well, have you told the children? He's like, oh yeah, they're aware of it all. It's like it's not going to be something that someone's going to have over you. So I feel it's really important that the children are informed. Okay. That feels like what Divine is guiding the Divine Masculine. It's definitely about a love that matures, teaching your children about how love can mature over time. Let's look at the Six of Cups. Summon up your memories of innocent pastimes and youthful infatuations. Recall the emotional response you felt when you first beheld beauty, and how you were able to find beauty in so many people, places and things. Something of this past may be returning to you now. It may be as simple as your eyes being open to childlike wonder, or it may be as profound as something precious that was lost, being restored. Do not censor your feelings, let your heart yearn. Wow. Key ideas is happy memories, innocent delights, the trusting heart, old roles made new again. We're reminiscing about the Divine Feminine, telling stories. They're becoming more, the children are becoming more intrigued about who he's talking about. They may even say, you know, I'd like to meet her. I can kind of hear the Divine Masculine saying, would you? I can arrange that. It's like, you've got to kind of talk to the Divine Feminine here. But he knows that she's going to be okay. She's going to be over the moon. Okay, right. I do feel, because this is a telepathy card, this is a decision that's made from the heart, a really heartfelt connection here of the lovers, okay? It's like that love, them stories that you can only really tell about each other, the Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine, because it sounds like some unbelievable fairy tale, some parts of it. Others sound like a complete and utter horror movie. But it looks like the Divine Masculine's leaving out the horror, and he's talking about the good stuff. Now, telepathy here with the Divine Feminine, so I do believe that this is happening before the Divine Feminine will be aware in the physical. The Archangel here is healing this connection and helping it along. Okay, so it's definitely in order. There's steps to be taken for the Divine Masculine. Now, the Divine Feminine's in the Hermit mode. She's keeping it safe, like she's on her own. She's in solitude. She's not aware that this is like taking place behind the scene. Let's find the Hermit. It's card number 9. On an icy mountaintop, a hermit welcomes the solitude that illuminates. Withdraw from the noise and rush of the world. Sorry, withdrawn. Well, you can see that she's withdrawn. The current energy, Divine Feminine. Withdrawn from the world. Sorry, from the noise and rush of the world. She is in search of herself, without the distractions and opinions of others. So she's just keeping herself to herself. Yeah. The light within her lantern is 6-pointed, symbolic of the union of the water of intuition and the fire of inspiration. This alchemy combines what is felt with what is known and leads to true wisdom. Another meaning for this 6-pointed light is universal wisdom, mysteries that reach far beyond earthly limitations and into the cosmos. The Hermit is a teacher of these cosmic mysteries for those who are willing to make the effort. Okay, so the Divine Masculine knows he's got to make the effort with the Divine Feminine. Looks like he's coming up with something very pleasing. It's excitable. Let's put it that way. He's not nervous, he's excited. He's going for it. He's like, but he's telling people about it. Okay. So I want to say to the Divine Feminines, if you feel that your ears are burning, it's like someone's talking about you. You don't need the burning ears, do you? You kind of pick up if you'll know, you'll feel. You might start to feel quite excited inside, like, what's going on? What's going on out there? 66 days of like isolation. Lots gone on. Okay. Only the most sincere seeker will trek to her lofty hermitage. The light from her lantern shines through the darkness of ignorance to guide those who are ready to look within. Key ideas: universal wisdom, spiritual solitude, the illumined soul, retreat into sanctuary. So the Divine Feminine's here, How's she viewing herself? Well, just keeping herself to herself. In her independent energy here, enjoying the now. And it's the masculine here, working on the manifestation. So he's waiting. He's waiting for his ride to get there. He's waiting for his lift. Waiting for his ships to come in, or something. He's just waiting for the right time. He knows when it's going to be. Okay, he's working with the universe. They're saying that you need to discuss some things, not with the Divine Feminine, but with other people first. Let's have a look at this. I said, how is this affecting others? And I felt it was like the Divine Feminine. And she's just kind of like looking at these spilled over cups, and I don't know, it's the angle of her body. Now, this might actually be a masculine on this card, which can mean that she's kind of in her masculine energy. It's a bit like, you know, that carefree, just move on. Let it be. So the Five of Cups, let's read. Because this is how it's affecting others, but I felt it was how it's affecting you, Divine Feminine. The elixir of life's experience has proven to be bitter and disappointing. The sense of loss is overpowering, and regrets for what you might have been are holding you back. You may feel separated from the world, unable to connect to the flow that will carry you past this time of sorrow. Look to what remains unspoiled and the potential of future happiness. All is not lost. Key ideas: disappointment, partial loss, and unpleasant development in an ongoing situation. Or so the Divine Feminine feels. So I feel like the Divine Feminine really does feel like it's all been kind of lost. And then it's like, boom. Let's find out. It's like boom, and then if you're not ready, you're going to be running around like a bloody headless chicken getting ready. Especially if the Divine Masculine's bringing people to, like, meet you. Yeah, you think that the Divine Masculine, he's doing like, well, it's the card before. Interesting, because we've got the Three of Swords, which I kind of called the Three of Cups, and then it goes to the 4, the 5, and then we've got the 6. How this is affecting others. It's like his cups are up. He's going to take that offer. He just needs to, but that could be he's having a discussion, a serious discussion here with these 3 cups before he takes the offer. And the Divine Feminine's just looking at these cups that are knocked over on the floor. They're not knocked over. Divine Masculine's straightening things out. Hopes or fears. Ace of Wands. The Ace of Staves signifies a creative impulse rising within you. It may be artistic or sexual or entrepreneurial, whatever the focus. Your passion requires an outlet. Passive observation and overly careful consideration are no longer permitted. Divine Masculine's not. You can't bear, for one, and he's not allowed to sit and watch you anymore without taking any action. Divine Feminine. So he's being prompted to speak to other people within his circle, life, the circle of life. My heart's going really fast. Don't know how many people he's got to speak to. It might be 3. And himself. Just seeing as there's them 3 of Cups, the heart really did palpitate then. Okay, let's not have a heart attack now. The Ace of Staves signifies a creative impulse rising within you. It may be an artistic or sexual or entrepreneurial, whatever the focus. Your passion requires an outlet. Passive observation and overly careful consideration are no longer permitted. Any step you take in any direction will put you on the path to success now. This is only the beginning. The journey may be long and the reward still in the far distance, but the time for action has arrived. Seize your opportunities now, or they may pass you by. Key ideas: the beginning of an enterprise, opportunities offered, a new positive attitude. Okay, let's have a look. Bottom card there. The Seven of Pentacles, waiting for that right time, waiting for the harvest. So actions needed, Divine Masculine. Excuse me, I've got the hiccups now. Are they the burps? I don't know. Hopes or fears. King of Cups. It's time to follow that love. You've got to follow that love. It's like you've got to follow your Divine Feminine, your love. So it's definitely about growing up now and not just observing. It's time to become the King of Cups. Ignite your passion. But it's like you're sharing your passion. I think it's definitely marriage. It's that ring there. So then we have, I could hear them saying, ring her. So the Divine Masculine is being encouraged to actually contact the Divine Feminine. He could be asking for clarity here on what's kind of been unveiled to him. So he could be asking like others, I'm not sure if that's the kids, but there are some other people here that the masculine is talking to. Whether or not he's seeing the signs, right? I feel whatever it is, these guys are building his confidence. They're not deterring him away from the Divine Feminine. They're actually encouraging him to be happy. Take that leap of faith. But the Divine Feminine, she's already here. The outcome, she's done a little skip here. Unless she's going travelling. This could be the Divine Masculine asking the Divine Feminine to visit him. Especially if there's maintenance work going on, like the maintenance guy, okay, he's ready maybe. So I feel like the Divine Masculine wants to set the scene. Okay, let's have a look at this. Where's it gone? The Fool. So the first card, it's going again. The first card in the tarot is the outcome. Each of us embarks upon the journey of life with a light heart and an innocent spirit. Every adventure we encounter along the path has the potential for joy. The Fool is the soul who travels the human lifetime seeking knowledge, understanding and beauty. The Carnation she holds symbolises the incarnation of her spirit in mortal flesh. She has no expectations, only the willingness to live fully in the flow of life's experiences. Her worldly possessions are simple and few, carried in a small pilgrim's bag upon her shoulder. Her companion dog guides her away from the cliff's edge, for he is the part of the consciousness that instinctively protects us from harm. Heeding your instinct's guidance and the call of your spirit towards its purpose, you are always exactly where you are meant to be. Key ideas: beginnings, openness, optimism, trust, innocence, and the perfect soul. It's like the Divine Masculine's met his perfect soulmate. That's beautiful. This reading's beautiful, guys. Okay. Look at the underlying energy there, though, being the Nine of Wands. I do feel like Divine Feminine, some real good stuff's coming your way. And all this pressure, you've just been tapping and relying into spiritual support, and it's like you're going to have the support in the physical. More than you could ever have imagined. I don't know what the Divine Masculine's got going on in the background here, but he's definitely, his priorities is wanting to support you. And I want to say that's because you helped to support him. Okay, we've got two cards. Oh, it's lovely. Look, Divine Masculine with the taking that leap of faith. They could be meeting halfway. They could be planning to meet up. Feel maybe it could be to introduce the children. That would have to take place at some part, wouldn't it? I mean, that has to, you can't kind of bypass, say, like, well, the kids don't matter. No, they do, and they matter a lot. Hence why this relationship's going to be really beneficial to all involved. Okay, lovely. Absolutely lovely reading. Let's have a look at the bottom of the deck with this 9 of... Let's read it first. So we've got the spiritual strength here. Trust in divine feminines. It's all working out. Right behind there, where you can't see what's going on. You look a bit battered. That's why you're resting, tired. Hence why you've gone into your hermit, your solitude. So into the garden of the lights. So you're self-soothing and just self-comforting and self-appreciation. All the necessary resources have been gathered. All the defences have been strengthened. All that remains now is to gather the inner strength to face whatever presents itself. Hold a vision of invincibility and stability against any threat. Your position is secure and only your own self-doubt can shake it. Have the courage to open your eyes and gaze directly at your next challenge. Key ideas: preparedness for the future, a position of strength balancing inner and outer defences. Don't put your guards up now, Divine Feminine is coming in. Just because you wasn't expecting it. Well, the feminine here is not expecting it. She doesn't even think it's on the agenda. It's kind of gone. She's let it be. Okay, what was the bottom here? Oh! Okay, it's in reverse. The Divine Masculine, he's coming to the 2 of Cups. You leave the 8 because you're not satisfied with them. Well, I feel as if he's kind of bringing some of them with him. Them 3 Cups there. So he's polishing up some things. He's getting everything straight at home. It was in reverse, so I don't feel like he's leaving this like forever. He's bringing the 2 of Cups to it. But first he has to go and get those 2 cups, doesn't he, and bring them back. So this could be actually being introduced to the family. Maybe family and friends. And I feel it's the masculine introducing his side. That's the decision he's making to do. I very much doubt the Divine Feminine would have any worry about her side meeting the Divine Masculine. She's very certain on her choices. And the Divine Masculine means the world to her. So, yeah, she's not really worried about anyone's reactions or what they might say about the Divine Masculine. And it feels like the Divine Masculine's getting to that point as well. He thinks the Divine Feminine's amazing, so he knows that everyone else is going to see her amazing and amazingness. Amazing. I want to call it amazingness. I sound like coming out of Finding Nemo. Okay, we're using these. All right, let's do that then. Mr. Know-It-All. Okay, so he knows what to do. King of Swords. We're going to have to get wrapped up, guys. I need to stand up. I've got a bit of an uncomfortable belly. I feel a bit, okay, like I want to stretch. So let's get this wrapped up. Secret Agent. Lots going on behind the scenes. Mr. Know-It-All. Divine Intervention and Hidden Secrets. Okay. They don't sound like bad hidden secrets, do they? They might be a bit shocking. It'll be like, you what? Okay. But Mr. Casanova's behind the scene. He's doing this. Should we have a look at what the Oracle of the Fairies want to say? We're going to keep this nice and short and sweet. And I'm going to get off. Okay. Stargazing. When you gaze at the stars, you give yourself fairy focus. Your intention will flow more freely and reveal what you need to know about the situation. Written in the stars. That's what he's telling people. It's his destiny. He has to go there. I imagine he has been stargazing, checking out maybe the movements of the planets, understanding a bit more regarding alignment. Stargazing. Talking to the moon. But it feels as if the Divine Masculine knows this is his blessing, this is his destiny. This card says the answer you seek is in the stars. This can literally mean looking up into the night sky and stargazing. Stargazing is like a form of divination. Allow your gaze to drift around the sky and see what flows into your mind. Fairies can be very active when the stars begin to appear and shine upon their surroundings. This also applies to you, except the stars are illuminating your current situation so that a solution can be more easily seen. Stargazing can bring about a deep sense of peace and can also help you put things into perspective. Look how tiny the stars appear to be, yet this is only an illusion. Conversely, perhaps something in your life appears to be bigger than it is in reality. Do you have an interest in astronomy? If not, this card may be saying that it's time to explore this area. The insight you seek may also be found in astrology. I did feel there where it said that stargazing is a form of divination, just like tarot cards are. You might be checking out your star signs, more into tarot readings. If you're watching my readings, I guarantee you I'm not the only one you're watching. Okay, there'll be someone else that you're watching to clarify, especially what I'm saying. So you're finding comfort within tarot. Okay. So do you have an interest in astronomy? If not, this card may be saying that it's time to explore this area. The insight you seek may also be found in astrology. This may be in a daily horoscope, or it could be the perfect time to have your birth chart created by a professional so you can see the energy currents at play in your life. This doesn't mean you have to change your life, but being aware of certain astrological patterns can be helpful as you move forward. Could be an area of interest there for you. Let's get a Sacred Destiny card then. A few that want to bend. Oh, it's 11:22. This one here. Freedom. Okay. When did we have this one up? We've had it out. I think it was last week. We've had it out before. It's okay. Let's read it again. The swallow flies free on wind currents and thermals in remarkable aerial manoeuvres, igniting the expression as free as a bird. In many cultures, such as that of the ancient Egyptians, the swallow was thought to carry souls to heaven. Early sailors would tattoo themselves with an image of a swallow, so if they drowned, the swallow would carry their soul to the heavens. In poor light, a cliff swallow looks brownish grey. However, in good lighting, it is a luminous metallic dark blue. Cliff swallows traditionally make their nests on vertical cliffs, carefully crafting them out of mud. Although they can nest solitary, they usually nest in colonies. When one finds a cloud of insects, it alerts the other members of the flock so that all can be nourished. Even though they fly free, their community supports them. Interesting. So the Divine Masculine here, although they can nest solitary, They usually nest in colonies. When one finds a cloud of insects, it alerts the other members of the flock so that all can be nourished. And it's like this is recognising the nourishment of the Divine Feminine's energy, in the Empress energy. And it's like the Divine Masculine's going to like make others aware of this, of how nourishing and comforting and delightful the Divine Feminine is. So the sacred landscape wants you to know, express yourself without hesitation, break free and let your spirit fly. Make choices that increase your freedom. Don't be tied down. Laugh, dance, explore, and go beyond predictable behaviour. Be daring. Cast aside restrictions. Find your wings. As you do, you'll help others find theirs. You are not here to be ordinary or live a mundane life. You are here to step beyond limitations and self-imposed boundaries. Do not be trapped by convention or the need to please others. Choose life on your terms. Don't accept rules that don't feel right. You can be immensely free and yet still be part of a loving, supportive community. Awesome. Okay, let's end on a journey of love. Oh, don't do that. I feel guilty because I'm not bringing the unicorns into it. We could get a unicorn card. That's not an issue. So we've got to like fun it up a little bit. Okay, we'll get a unicorn card first. Let's see what message wants to come out. These are my eldest daughter's favourite cards. I mean, she's like 20, but she loves the magical unicorn cards. Okay, let's see which one wants to come out and what message. Okay, we've got how many? Okay, I'm not going to read them, like, from the book, but we'll have a look at the messages. The first one is love. The answer that you're seeking is love. Love is all you need. Forgive. It's time to let go of anger and blame. Anger or blame. Or both. Anger and blame. Curiosity. Start a project related to something you're curious about. I do feel like the Divine Masculine have got others curious now. About who's he talking about? What's he talking about? Is that possible? And he's like, yeah, that's possible. Imagine, he's saying, what would you see, feel, think and hear if your wish came true? Always getting others excited. And whilst he's doing that, he's getting himself very, very excited. He's going to have to take action, guys. And finally, true. Yes, what you're asking about is the truth. So people would be saying, like, they might actually not believe him. It's like, I want to meet her. I want to show me this person that you're talking about. And he can actually do that. So he can validate what he's been saying. Let's end on a journey of love. Oh, Divine Masculine, what are you up to? It's like Divine's told him to do this. So, hey. I did see Earth Angel on the bottom now. Okay. Let's end on this message, guys. God speaks. I told you God was speaking. It's God telling him to do this. Okay. Card number 33. Just like he's telling the Divine Feminine, God is, you know, just carry on, walk away. It will all work out. There's nothing to worry about. The Divine is speaking to you directly. Underneath the silence, there is the endless music of love pulsating throughout the universe. Within that sacred sound, there is guidance. It may or may not have words. It might be a feeling in your heart that you can only access when you are still, relaxed, dancing, in a yoga practice, or even half asleep. It assures you that behind any struggle or challenge, there is only ever the Divine seeking you out, calling you to surrender some fear or doubt or other, so you can move closer. Trust in the sound of love beyond anything else, for in truth, no matter what may appear. There is nothing else. This oracle brings you guidance. You are being loved into becoming. Divine Feminine, you're being loved into becoming, okay? Be open to being shown the divine genius in all that is happening. If you feel you are being nudged, know you are being nudged by the divine. If you feel you are being held back, know you are being held back by the divine. All is happening perfectly for you, and all will unfold in divine timing. The divine is speaking to you. When you are captivated by the beauty of nature or an illogical sense that everything is okay, listen. That's the divine spirit talking to you, reassuring you that all is unfolding according to spiritual law in perfect cooperation with your own destiny. Let's I swear it always looks like she's got a violin. I've just eyed the word violin, okay? I always look from a distance, it looks like she's playing a violin. It's not, it's her hair. But you're going to get why I said that. But I felt here. Just looks like she's got a bow and a violin on her shoulder. But let's read this, this poem. When the first sound was born, the air was filled with fantasy, like the flower's sweet perfume. Alive in the moment, there was nothing else, only the energy coursing through my body and the tears on my cheeks. I was carried away on the strings, each note striking a chord within and answering with the emotions of my soul. How priceless the surprise, how powerful the memory to be with the violin when it sings. And I love it. Okay, we've got to go, we've got to go. Okay, send on a magical mermaid. Okay, you're going to finish us off then. Oh, are you? You're going to finish us off. Magical mermaids and dolphins. Positive energy. Yeah, let's leave it on a nice positive note. Surround yourself with positive people and the situations and avoid negativity. Got to avoid those neckheads, guys. Okay. What do they know? Your manifestation work is going wonderfully well. By drawing this card, you're encouraged to take the process to an even higher level by going on a negativity diet. This means avoiding negative influences as much as possible. Avoid negative discussions with yourself or others. Turn off television and radio programs with negative themes and stay away from violent movies. Don't read pessimistic headlines and steer clear of gossip-based magazines. This negativity diet will cleanse you of any hidden blocks that could slow down the manifestation of your dreams or prevent them from coming true at all. Let's bring it in closer so you can actually see the dolphins on there. Another thing you can do is to apply feng shui, the ancient Chinese art of placement, to your physical environs, which will help enhance the positive energy in all of your surroundings. You're also asked to donate or sell items that are cluttering your home. This helps you bring in new energy and opportunity, and will also establish an environment that promotes creativity, health and abundance. Lots of decluttering going on, guys. Feng shui, you picked up that yesterday. Moving items around, just having a move around, cleaning things up, clearing your space, maybe to allow another in. Who knows? God knows. Okay, I will catch up with you guys soon. Have yourself a fantastic day. We kept it under an hour. 59 minutes and 14 seconds. Okay, take care. Much love. Bye for now.